So Splatoon Raiders is out now, and I feel like this is a very important turning point in the Splatoon series. This is the first spin-off, and also the first fully single-player focused game. There is co-op and online co-op, but it really is single-player first, I would say. It definitely is designed around the single-player aspect. But I've been playing it for a couple hours. I played it on stream and went into it mostly blindly. I've only skimmed through some of the trailers, so I wanted to give my thoughts on this. As someone who's more of a casual Splatoon fan, I have played every Splatoon game at least a little bit. I've only played like a little bit of 1, but I've played a decent amount of 2 and 3, so I do know how the gameplay works in this series, and I've also played through some of the single-player campaigns. I've played through Octo Expansion, the base campaign in 3. I still need to get around to playing Side Order. I heard it's pretty good. But I think it's very refreshing that we have a fully single-player focused Splatoon game, because I've always enjoyed the campaigns in Splatoon. I've always felt that those were like some of the best parts of the series. So having a full game of that is just really nice. And I also like how this game handles it too. It feels a lot different from even the single-player campaigns in the Splatoon games, because those have a lot of platforming elements and just like, you kind of have to traverse these very abstract areas with floating platforms. While this is much more focused on the combat, there still are like very small like platforming elements and like little things that you can do and little secrets that you can find, though there is a lot more exploration here than previous Splatoon campaigns. But it's definitely much more focused on the combat, which I really like, and it just feels refreshing in that aspect, and it definitely takes a lot of cues from Salmon Run as well. But I will say, the structure, recontextualizing that element of Salmon Run does make it feel fresh and interesting. It's really just taking like some of the ideas from Salmon Run and kind of putting them into like a kind of a different style, I would say. It doesn't feel like exactly the same as that, because there are much larger areas and you still have to like go around and traverse these areas, and it's pretty fun. It's almost structured like a looter shooter. It's basically a Splatoon looter shooter, because you go in and you get like a bunch of like randomized items and things and weapons and things. It's really cool. And you also like collect a lot of these like little crystals as well. I think, or shards. They're like these little shards. I was thinking of Kirby 64 when I said crystals, because they're crystal shards in that game. But you collect all of these like little shards that you could use for upgrades and things. There's also various other items you can use and different drops and things that you could use for like upgrades. It is really fun and a very satisfying gameplay loop overall. It is actually pretty addicting, I would say. Like, I feel like I'm definitely gonna put a lot of hours into this game. Like, I'm gonna be swapping back between like Splatoon Raiders and Rhythm Heaven Groove, because like both games are very addicting for me. Hopefully I'll have enough time to play this game, because I do have a lot going on and other games to play, but I do want to sink a decent amount of hours into it, because it is really fun overall. I really like the structure here, and I really like the enemy variety as well. Like, you have the salmonids here, like, kind of returning from Salmon Run, but there's, like, even more variety this time. Like, you'll encounter, like, new ones on each level, and they have, like, so many, like, crazy different variations here, and it's just really cool. It's really charming overall. Like, I love when Nintendo kind of goes all out in making different, like, enemy variations. Like, sure, it's, like, within the same enemy group, but they make, like, 1,000 different variations of it. They do that in, like, Pikmin, Mario, like, various other games, but it's nice to see that here in Splatoon as well. It definitely feels like they have, like, a pretty fleshed out lineup of enemies. I've only played, like, a couple of the bosses so far, but they definitely are very fun as well. There's even, like, other, like, little mechanics and things in these levels. Like, you could, like, jump and you kind of use, like, the deep cut member that you have to, like, kind of jump up and kind of get the higher places. Or there's also, like, different things you can kind of float up onto. There's, like, a little bit of verticality in the combat here as well, which is really fun. And I also think this game has a lot of similarities to Pikmin 2. I think it's kind of funny, because, like, before, when I heard that this game was gonna have, like, caves and sub-levels, I kind of, like, joked, oh, it's like Bonanza or Pikmin 2. But I feel like the similarities kind of run a lot deeper than just that. I mean, sure, this game isn't literally, like, having the same structure as Pikmin 2, but the fact that it has caves where you fight, like, hordes of enemies, kind of similar to Pikmin 2, and, like, the caves are, like, the hardest part, and, like, time works differently in the caves, though in this game, it's basically the opposite of Pikmin 2, because, like, the caves are actually timed, while on the surface, you have as much time as you want, which is basically swapped from Pikmin 2, since you can spend as much time as you want in the Pikmin 2 caves. But there's also treasures as well that are worth different amounts of money that are kind of used to, like, rank up. It's like, I feel like there's definitely, like, a lot of parallels here. Also, the fact that you're stranded, like, kind of ties into that, like, kind of Pikmin similarity there. It's just, and it's also, like, more difficult than the other games in this series as well. That's another thing that I appreciate, but another similarity to Pikmin 2. Like, this is basically the Pikmin 2 of Splatoon, so I definitely think that's pretty funny. But yeah, I am really enjoying this game so far, and also, like, one more thing that I kind of forgot to mention is, like, the fact that, like, the upgrade system is just very intuitive overall. There's, like, you could upgrade your weapons or your HP, and then also, like, the gadgets that I forgot to mention the gadgets too. There's also, like, gadgets that you can get that give you, like, an extra, like, physical ability too. It is just really fun. Like I have, like, the Splash It one that's like I think that's, like, the first one that you get, or I'm not sure if it, like, depends on certain things that you choose in the game, but that's the first one that I got. It's really fun. And then, oh, there's also the co-op as well. I played that with Platy for a little bit on stream, like, a couple different stages, and that is really fun as well. Even though it's a single-player focused game, it's nice that they have some of those multiplayer options as well. My only problem with it is that there isn't, like, split screen or game share support, because that would be nice for people who don't have a copy of the game. I'm gonna do a whole discussion about that, because that's kind of annoying and kind of consistent with what Nintendo EPD5 has been doing. But still, I do think the co-op functions pretty well here, and I'm glad that it's a thing in general. Like I said, I do have friends who have this game, like Demeech is getting the game, and I could always play it with, like, a few others as well, so I don't have, it's not too much of a problem with me, but I'd like to have more options here. And then there's also, like, amiibo outfits that you can get. There's so much to this game, a lot more than I was expecting. I was expecting this game to be good and have a decent amount of content, but I think this is definitely worth the price. This is a bit cheaper than your standard Switch 2 game, like at, like, $50 digitally, $60 physically, and I think, like, for that price, this is definitely a jam-packed experience from what I've been kind of going through so far. And I feel like the only reason why they priced it lower is because they wanted to get more people into the idea of a Splatoon spin-off, because this is, like, kind of a new, like, fresh thing here. But yeah, I am really enjoying Splatoon Raiders so far. Like I said, it kind of feels like the Pikmin 2 of the Splatoon series. But let me know what your thoughts are on Splatoon Raiders down in the comments. And thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Blue Sky if you want to. Stay perky!